Star Wars killed creatively L, because it made money. It didn't lose in money wise, but creatively L. Um, what else L did he take? We counting Bob Iger's L's. What else L did he take? Oh yeah, MCU L. That's like four. That's four L's we at right now. That's four. Right now, earlier in the year, it's not surprising because earlier in the year he said he was stepping down. I read an article that said he was going to step down probably last year, and before his contract ended in December of this year, so he was going to step down no matter what. I also read some shit on the I don't know if I could say that word. Easties. Ha! If you get what I mean. Niggas confused as fuck at home. What the fuck he just said? Ep on the eps. Let's call it the eps. That's it. I think y'all get what I mean when I say the eps. I saw some shit on the eps, and that just sound like a disease. I saw some shit on the eps, and it had his name in it. So I ain't saying all that, but hey, maybe that's the reason he stepped down. But it'd be fake shit, AI shit, and I don't like going with AI shit. So if I'm just going with this, if I'm just going with what I got, the nigga stepping down regardless. So that was the second time around as CEO of Disney. Not the Diddy, my nigga, not that one. The Epps. Now Bob Iger has did some great things at Disney. Actually, I don't think I have it here. Yeah, I don't got it here, but I remember it by mind. Bob Iger actually, he was the one that put out the idea of getting Pixar, getting shit like the MCU, Marvel, getting Fox. That was his ideas to do that. So, and I think the owner or somebody at Disney, one of the top hired guys, gave him credit to do that. That's what I read. And if that's true, which I think is true, I don't think the top owner of the top guy at fucking Disney would lie and say give all the credit to him. But yeah, you can find photos of him going around fucking. He was on this whole little fucking quest of going to buy shit. He was just going to buy shit, and for certain people like John Bapp in the comments, he bought your Star Wars, my nigga. Now ruined it, ruined that shit. But for Disney, you gotta think about it as a business. Bob Iger cooked. He cooked. For Disney as a business, that boy cooked. He cooked. Star Wars, MCU, Fox. The list goes on. Pixar. The list goes on. So, Bob did a lot of shit for and I think I'm correct on that. Let's look it up factual for y'all can get off my dick. I saw some shit. I saw a fucking post with somebody big from Disney saying that. Let's just look up what did Bob Iger help with, because we want to get things factually on the only QG, right? What did Bob Iger? I put Iger, Ogre, Bob Ogre. What did Bob Iger help with for? What did Bob Iger help Disney buy? Yeah, that's better. Help Disney get. Let's go with get. Company with. Or get. Nah, go get. And here you go. Bob Iger transformed the Walt Disney Company into a global powerhouse by acquiring major studios including Pixar $7.4 billion in 2006, Marvel $4 billion in 2009, Lucasfilms $4 billion in 2012, and 21st Century Studios $70 billion in 2019. Under his leadership of 2005 to 2020, Disney market cap grew from 48 billion to 257 billion, driven by hits from these brands and launching the Disney Plus streaming service. Huh. 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 Understand what Bob did first. Understand what Bob did first before you talk about his L's. Okay? Understand his accomplishments. He brought them from 48 billion to 260 billion. Now, how much they lost? I don't think they lost. I don't think they lost more than they gained. I don't think that. Yeah, George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney. Yeah. I get you that. George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney. Yeah, I get you that. But look how much they gained from. Look how much the market cap grew. 48 billion to 257 billion. That's a W for Disney. You can't deny that. That's a W. That's a W for Disney. Because it's easy to come on here and hate on them, bro. And I told you about that when I was watching some wrestling shit. And I always bring up wrestling video. I know people like, fuck you, always bring up wrestling. But hey, dog, you're watching it a lot. But we was watching some AEW shit. I just like to see, it's easy to hate on shit. So that's why I like to look for, the things that they do correct. And then you can start hating. John Babb said not crediting him for making money with proven commodities like Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilm. First of all, I said commodities, right? Second of all, like, okay, I get you. I'm not gonna argue that, bro. If you don't want to get a nigga credit on some shit that he did bought as a businessman, then alright, bro. But that's what I'm getting him credit on. So he's a businessman. He bought the shit. They stocks went up. He made them positive. And that, at the end of the day, what he did good. Now, let's get on the cons and the negatives towards him. Good job on commodities. Yeah, put another big word in the chat. Put it in there. That's what she said. So, now let's get on the hate. Now let's get on the cons. He ruined Star Wars. Well, what's that name? KK, whatever her name is. Not that KK. But what is her name? That white lady, the devil white lady. She ruined Star Wars. MCU's up. Even with them flops that they had, they did good. 21st Century Fox, we're going to see, they purchased it in 2019, so they only had it for what, 7 years roughly, and they're just not getting to the X-Men, so that's all on creative. That's on Feige. So like, Bob, what his L was, his first big L that I'm gonna talk about is this. Bob Iger's first L was doing that agenda woman shit and thinking that was gonna work. That was his first big L. And a lot of people tried to blame Feige for it. I don't think Feige wanted to do that shit. Bob said do it, so we gotta do it. I'm just a shooter. But yeah, that was his first L because it was a flop. The Marvel, how much the Marvels made, bro? Let's look up the Marvels. How much that made? I know that shit did bad, bro. That shit did bad. The Marvels 2023 finished its box office run as the lowest grossing Marvel Cinematic Universe film, earning approximately $206 million worldwide, including $84 million domestically. Terrible. And he thought that this shit was gonna be good, bro. This is when he takes his biggest L. The agenda, the woke shit that happened, the fake woke, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm getting tired of the fucking word at this point. And that eventually led to the downfall and now the uprise of the MCU. And he shouldn't have went that route. Now with the Star Wars shit, he did go that route because the last Star Wars movie came out, was trying to push women, and you see how that did. I mean, did that at least make money though? Did the last Star Wars movie make money? Or no? So he takes the L for that. Yeah, I already talked about his Kathleen Kennedy L. But did it make money though? Cause at least if you're gonna take a L, make money. Right? If we're gonna take a L on it and it's a terrible movie, make some money. Was the last the last movie? Was this the last movie? It came in 2017. I think it was. This made a bill? Oh, it did. W in the box office. Hate it though. Hate it bad. But W in the box office. Worldwide gross. Domestic gross. International gross. So it's 200, 300. Net profit reportedly 400 million. Yeah, that's a W. He took a W with this, but just bad movies. And that's how much Star Wars can bring in. Star Wars can bring in a lot of fucking money. So they was gonna bring in that. I guess that's the John point. It's already something big. Oh, 2019. Star Wars movie. I haven't seen none of these movies. The Rise of Skywalker. That made $1 billion. Damn, this shit did good. What was the net profit? Damn. If that was... how much was the budget? What was the budget? Budget. What? What the fuck? That shit was 600 billion, nigga. That's just an Avatar budget. I mean, it made it back. But you gotta make that back and some. And they did. They made it back and some. Yeah, they did. But this is another point. This is why I give him an L at too, right? Or maybe I give other people L's, but he eventually got his L. Giving all this money to these motherfucking movies to make, and that kind of ruined movie making in a way. Cause now everything need to be fucking 400 million. Now everything need to be 500. Now everything need to be 300. Now everything need to be 600. Well, what happened to an old 10 million budget movie? It dies. So he kind of killed that too. That's an L on his. So L, movie market kill, L. Star Wars kill, creatively, L. Cause it made money. It didn't lose in money wise, but creatively, L. What else L did he take? We counting Bob Iger's L's. What else L did he take? Oh yeah, MCU L. That's like 4. That's 4 L's we at right now. That's 4. Can we get the 5? Let's see. Can we get the 5? Can we get the 5? So money on the 5 and the money on the. Can we get a 5 in the chat? What else did he do? Can we get a 5 in the chat? Fox not doing X-Men Quick League. 5 L's. 5. What the hell did he have, my nigga? He was terrible creatively, but he was a good businessman. Pixar. I don't think he took an L with Pixar. I'll say this: Disney. Well, he did have. Let It Go. Let it go. Let it go. That shit hit. Let It Go hit, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, that's a W, nigga. Hey, I count one W for that nigga. What's this? Frozen, nigga. Ah, that nigga got Frozen. He got Frozen 1, 2, and 3, nigga. I put some respect on Big Bob. What's this? Big Bob. Let's go box office. Let it go. Let it go. Woo, shit. And then he took an L with the other animated movies. Like, I don't know what the shit turned into. It turned into a fucking trash fest. But that's who they wanted to sign. They wanted to get somebody for Disney like that for the future that was good with business, but terrible with the ideas of thinking. And he was fucking terrible. But his goal is, like, to be business. Like, it's the creator's fault for that. But I think he got... He was... Sometimes you gotta be a Vince McMahon. He wasn't that. He was just a nigga to get him money. And then back away. And let them do them. He was supposed to step in with the Kathleen Kennedy shit. He's supposed to step in when these animated movies got trashed. He's supposed to step in when MCU start going agenda woke shit. And he was the one that pushed the shit. So, ultimately, Bob, you take a L. But, if I'm Disney, just like that upper Disney said. He said, we appreciate Bob Iger. So, if I'm at work at Disney, I appreciate him. Because he did good for the business. Ultimately. But creatively, narratively, the narrative. Shout out to Evil on Discord. I think I'll always be saying that every time you're in an argument. The narrative of the story is. Well, the narrative of this is. Bob, you did good. Ultimately, that's why I started with that. You did good. I mean, depending on how you look at it. I'm looking at it as him as a businessman. As a businessman, he did good. He did good for them. Exactly all of these, John Bapp says exactly all of these lapses in creativity and agenda politics were all in his watch. Yes, and that's where he takes a L. But business-wise, for the most part, he takes a W. For the most part. Agenda woke shit creatively, he takes a L. And all of this kind of ruined fucking Hollywood in a way. So, see you later, Bob. But till then, peace from QG.